another little plant that looks terrible, as you can see. The name of this plant is on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot think of it. So if I can find the name of it before this video gets printed or gets sent out, whatever, I will try to put that on the screen. But what this plant does, it's a real hardy little plant. It's kind of a thick-leaved plant. It looks pretty pitiful right now because it's been wintertime. But it kind of does like a little bit of a wandering Jew. See how like it has a stalk on here, and then this plant grows up off that stalk, and see, it already puts out little roots, and that kind of is how it propagates itself. And then it keeps going. These get tall, kind of lanky, like these are doing right here, but you can just cut those off and do them by propagation that way. So this is what I'm probably going to do. I'm probably going to cut all these off. These already have roots growing, little aerial roots. So that's good. Like this one's already kind of re-rooted back into the pot. So I'm going to pull that out. So I'm going to cut all these off that are hanging. And then I'm going to cut these top ones back and plant them up in a little container, or maybe even a couple little containers. Because these are easy to grow as well, and it's in a hanging basket, but it can also just be in a pot as well. So let me get some pots here. Ready? I have this big old workbench, and it doesn't seem like it's any time before I'm out of space on this workbench. And it's a huge area. Part of it is I have so much stuff in here right now. Normally I don't have a lot of this stuff in here. So that's part of the problem. Now I'm going to put a little water in this just because I got this new potting soil mix, and it is dry. And also to kind of just settle the dirt a little bit, because it's so dry, it's real fluffy. So just moisten the soil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all these off. Easy peasy. See how that's got a real long root? I'm just going to cut that root off. But this is it stays this real pretty bright, vivid green all the time. That's one good thing about it. It's really easy to grow. It takes kind of like that early morning sun. It can take some shade. It probably would not take any kind of hot afternoon sun, but it can surely take all that. So see, even though just me cleaning these stalks up make it a little bit better. So I'm going to pull all these leaves off the bottom. How to clean this up a little bit. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I mean, this has been in my greenhouse all winter, so just think how pretty this will be. It's a real pretty chartreuse green. See how that's already developed those aerial roots on it? And I'm just going to bury this up to, you know, like right about here. I'll probably see, got 1, 2. So I've got 6 of them. I'll probably put 2 in a little pot, so that'll make it pretty good. And this one off. And since these already have roots, because these were the ones that were the little vines trailing off, I'm not going to put any rooting hormone. I'm just going to stick them in here. Oh, yeah. I use these as gifts, like if I have a gift I need to give, I don't mind giving people some of my gifts, my plants that I root out. But these are just super easy like that, and that real pretty vivid chartreuse green is sometimes a really good thing in a shady area, because it's kind of a bright contrast to that dark shaded area, and these will do well in a dark shaded area. You can put them in a pot and have those vines hanging over the pot, or you can put it in a hanging basket and have those vines hanging over. It's real pretty like that. You know what? I think I am just going to cut this off. Cut it on a half. Where's my rooting hormone? I kind of take some of these lower leaves off. Stick that down in there. Now, the reason why I'm doing these with rooting hormone is because these were the ones that I clipped. The dogs are barking. My husband must have just pulled up. And I wish I knew the name of this. I'm telling you, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I have all my plants written down in a plant identification book, but I just don't have it out here. Okay. And then I'm not going to throw this plant away. We'll just see what happens. I'm going to cut these stems back so they won't be so long and leggy. And I'll hang that back up, see what happens. All right, so here's 3 in one of my containers, and then I put 2 in these other containers. So one more plant propagated. And so, see, I went from 1 plant to I've got 4 plants now.